Okay, this is a mix session right here. So I did some mixing with track. I'm gonna play without any plugins that I used. Some basic track. What I'll tend to do first of all is I'll come to my kick drum. So let's go here first, so relaxing mix. And I will come here to my kick drum right here. I normally come in here and I'll add an SSL strip. I'll turn it on here. You can see SSL strip. Right. Now I come in, I'll turn it on. So I put the compressor on here and provide a gate for it. You see that quick gate. Otherwise, without that, I get too much puff from the drum. I don't want the hit. I don't want that skin. Then below here, I come up with an oxide tape. I want to get it some warmth, but I also give it some high end. So let's put this on too. Now, as you can hear that, it's a little higher than it was before. On. Because I went 15 inches per second. Gives some nice warmth to it. A little more high end to it. It has a nice color to the sound. Then I check out my snare drum. A little reverb right here. I want to provide something to match that up, not too much of it. See that? Get a little more. That's not bad. All right, so I like that so far. I got something going on with these hi-hats. Yeah, that's good. Make sure not in the same frequency range. Now I want to go here to my bass. So on this bass, I wanted to pull this up. This is a Avalon 737 SP. I want to get that bass sound like a bass guitar. Yeah, that's cool. Pretty much compression. As you can see here, I provided some more bass, low end, pulled back the treble. Okay, I'm using about 250 hertz as my point of attack there. You see here, 1K here, 20K here, and hertz is 60. Of course, the equalizer is in. Now close this out, play it back. I don't want the bass and the kick drum to collide, so if I come to here and right here, they're not colliding. Two different frequencies. I like this here. Good. Everything else is just in different frequency ranges, so I'm not going to worry about these. These are lower, so I'll bring these up some. Yeah, it's better. Yeah. So now Now, as you can see right here, we got this bus out. This bus out represents all the pads of all their sounds, and they go to this bus out, which would be our track out, right? So I'm gonna come to here and pull up the pads, right? You can see the pads right there. These are the pads for the instruments, in case you want to test an instrument out. So what I do here is I always add something like a limiter. And here I'm going to limit the sound from being too loud, right? So I've got peak, reduction, and gain. Let's play this back. I'm going to put this on. Let's turn it off. See what it did? I brought it up so much, the gain, but I limit it so it won't get too loud. Now here, I'm going to put it down here. I don't want it to go above. Classic. This is Studer tape. When you're on a 24-track studio and you're using 2-inch machines, we put this tape on and we'll normally align it up so it's going to be at 0 dB, and then we're going to record to it. And sometimes I will also record some parts a little louder. Like the bass drum and snare might record a little bit louder. And so it sounds warm though when you hit it hard. And this setting is designed for that. So I'm going to turn it on now. Turn it off. Now on. You can hear the warmth of the bass and everything else, including the kick drum. Now I'm going to turn this off. You get the idea what's going on here. Okay. Let's bring it up a little bit. Now once that's done, I will come up to here. And I've got this EQ here. This is the Hitsville USA EQ. I love this EQ. It's a great sound to it. So let me turn this off. Or on, actually. That's what I'm aiming for, the kick drum, snare drum, middle sounds. Without it. My purpose here is to try and get this audio level to hit 3 some kind of way. Now I have a compressor here. This is the API 2500 bus compressor. The reason why I'm using this is very tight, adds glue to the mix, makes it sound really good. You have a claw, this will sound really dope on a record. So it's got this tight feel to it, nice and warm too. I'm gonna turn it on now. This is an AMPEX 102 master tape, and this gives us our output. Now, the reason why I use the tape, I'm an older guy. I used to use tape to cut stuff up, and that's why you hear those older records sound really good. A lot of guys are sampling because it has that warm sound to it, and with tape, there's a beautiful color and tone you get from it, depending on what kind of tape you use. So there are different tapes here, different tape speeds. And this is what I choose to use. Right here, the 25 Classic. I always love the 456 too. This one here is great tape. I love the way it sounds, actually. Awesome. For this track, I use this one, 250. that's what I did in the mix. Now the reason why I keep this room between 0 dB and 3, we need to have headroom in the mix. That way, when you play it in the club on the radio, it sounds really big because there's room, more air on top. It gives you headroom in the mix. Any questions, hit me up. In the bottom, I'm doc@sampletokings.com, and this is an example of mixing on your MPC software.